Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. I want you for one moment to imagine that Hollywood were going to make a film about Rosa Parks, a fine, brave woman who did a very great thing. She just simply sat there with dignity on a bus and changed the course of American politics and literally improved the lives of millions with her dignity and bravery. Brilliant story, wonderful. Let's make a film of it, say Hollywood. And so they cast around and they find the right actress. They say, this actress, brilliantly talented. She'll play the role. We've seen her screen test. She's fantastic for the role. And then they announce that the actress playing Rosa Parks is the world's whitest woman, Tilda Swinton. Brilliant actress, no one can deny. But she has a problem. She is white. And they'll complain, you can't race swap the character. Because we know that race swapping only goes one way. It can't go that way. It can only go that way. You can have a black person play a white character, but you must never, ever have a white person playing a black character because reasons, politics, ism. If you did that, if they made that film, it would never be made, but if you made that film, there would be riots, there would be blood on the carpet, there would be so many accusations. It would never happen. We know that the backlash would be horrendous. So Netflix decide, in their infinite wisdom, that they're going to do a story about Cleopatra. And they're going to hire this actress, a young, beautiful, talented, happens to be British actress, to play Cleopatra Ptolemy. The only problem they have is that the actress in question is black, and Cleopatra wasn't black. Cleopatra wasn't even Egyptian. Cleopatra was from Macedonia, northern Greece. So they have this problem. You've got a character who is historically known as being not black, played by someone who is black. And now they're being sued. And this is why the left are tying themselves up in knots, because the person suing them isn't white. So they can't claim, oh, this is just white supremacy, this is just white overlordship, this is the white ownership of things. No, because the person suing them is an Arab. He's Egyptian. And he's claiming that Netflix are destroying his country's history and the heritage and disrespecting his culture. Netflix don't know where to go. Do they fire this black woman and be seen as being, oh, you must be anti-black people because you fired a black woman from a role? Or do they go to court and lose and then find that they're completely barred from ever having a presence in Egypt? And if Egypt do it, you can guarantee other sort of Muslim states along North Africa and into the Middle East will probably also do it. It will be horrendously bad for Netflix, which is already suffering, in terms of audience share and things. They've really done it to themselves. You do not race swap something unnecessarily, I suspect. And now they're finding that somebody is calling them out on it. They've been caught literally red-handed because people don't want it. People are fed up with it. They know that this character wasn't black. Why are you not putting a white person in? But it isn't the fault of white people. This isn't white people suing them. It's Arabs. So the people on the left, if you're on the left and you're feeling your anti-white stuff coming through, who are you going to blame? Whose side are you on? Are you on Netflix's side, or are you on the Egyptian national side? Because you've got to pick a side on this one. Let's look at this article. So Netflix sued for depicting Cleopatra as black. An Egyptian lawyer on Sunday filed a lawsuit over Netflix's upcoming Queen Cleopatra, accusing the streaming service of erasing the Egyptian identity for depicting the ruler as a black woman. Mahmoud Al-Semari submitted the legal complaint with Egypt's public prosecutor following the recent release of a trailer for the docudrama series, which premieres on May the 10th. His filing not only requested legal action be taken against the makers of the show, but for Netflix to be shut down in Egypt. And this is what they've done. They have upset the wrong group. They've upset Egyptian Muslims by depicting this woman part of their heritage, part of their ancient history, their long history, 7,000 year long history. One of the oldest civilizations on the planet. And Netflix have come along and went, yeah, well, we don't care about your history and your culture. We've got a political mandate to put black people in on screen so that we can fulfill tick box agendas and do our race count for people of of different colours on our screens, regardless. We don't care about your history. That's effectively what they've done, and now they're being called out on it, and they are in deep doo-doos. They could face massive problems over this. Most of what Netflix platform displays do not conform to Islamic and societal values and principles, especially Egyptian ones, Mahmoud Al-Samari said in his complaint, according to the Egypt Independent. Adele James, a British actress who is of mixed race, stars as the Queen in the upcoming Netflix production. I mean, she's a fine-looking woman. I'll show you a picture in a minute. She's pretty good-looking woman, a good actress. Everything. No problem with her as a person, as an actress, or anything like that. No question of her talent and ability. But it seems that there should be a very big question as to who decided to take a very well-known historical person and race swap them simply because they can, rather than looking at what that may entail down the line. So somebody really does need to lose their job over this, and there needs to be some kind of rule laid in that when you're doing people of historical importance, they must be portrayed accurately. Anyway, Adele James, who's of mixed race, stars as the Queen in the upcoming Netflix production. Jada Pinkett Smith serves as executive producer of the series, and she is quoted in promotional material from Netflix as saying, "We don't often get to see or hear stories about black queens, and that was really important for me, as well as for my daughter and just for my community, to be able to know that these stories are there because there's tons of them. There probably are lots of stories about black queens. However, not in Europe, and certainly not in Egypt." And Cleopatra was not black. However, many historians and experts on ancient Egypt disagree with Pinkett Smith, instead saying Cleopatra was of Macedonian heritage and likely fair-skinned. Not everyone shares this view. Other scholars have argued that the monarch may have had additional ancestries and her complexion may not have been fair. May not have been fair? No. May have had a little bit of Arab in there. May have had a little bit of Near Eastern or, let's say, Turkish, perhaps. Maybe. Certainly not much further afield, and certainly not black. And there she is. And she's a good-looking woman. She's a good actress. No one questions any of that. But that is not Cleopatra. And how do we know what Cleopatra looks like? Well, there's a very good reason why we know roughly what she looks like. We have pictures of Cleopatra. You've got to remember how long ago Cleopatra lived. Let's put it this way. From the time the pyramids were built to today, Cleopatra is nearer to today than the time of the pyramids. We know what these people look like. There's pictures of them. There's sculptures of them. The features are not that of someone of sub-Saharan ancestry. They are of European or possibly mixed Arab-European race. We can see the pictures. We can see the shape of the face. We've got these things. We know what she looked like. She did not look like that. Officially named Cleopatra VII, the monarch ruled during the Ptolemaic Kingdom of Egypt from 51 to 30 BC. So we're only talking 2,000 years ago, and I know it sounds a long time, but we know, there's pictures, Greek, Roman scholars, Egyptian drawings. There was a lot of people around that time, and a lot of the stuff has existed. One only has to go into the pyramids. If you've ever been to the pyramids, there's pictures on the wall that are 5,000 years old, and they're as clear as they were painted. On the day they were painted, they are magnificent. And so we do have pictures of what these people looked like. They weren't black. In fact, there's even some speculation that the ancient Egyptians themselves possibly weren't even Arab. There would have been a lot of European in them. It would have been mixed as they come through in the trade. So, they wouldn't have been purely Arabic either. There would have been that I don't know if it's Arabio-European mix or Euro-Arab mix, whichever way round you want to put it. That would certainly have been it is. It's a very complex thing, but the trade was there. I mean, they were trading for thousands of years across the Mediterranean, but they certainly weren't black. More recent debate about Cleopatra's appearance once again flared up in 2020 when Israeli actress Gal Gadot, who was cast as the ruler for an upcoming project. People on social media complained that an Arab or African actress should have gotten the part, and Gadot defended her casting during a BBC interview in which she said a Macedonian actress was not available because, again, she's not African. Cleopatra was European. I'm not going to go all through the rest, it's just people yaggling on about it. But this is the problem that Netflix have got. They've cast this woman because box ticking and representation. You have Jada Pinkett Smith, a black woman who's the executive producer on this, who's saying, "Oh yes, we need to do these stories about black queens." Fine, no one's stopping you. Go and do a story about a black queen. I'm sure people will go and watch it. I'm sure people will enjoy it. It'll be a great film. Not having an issue with that. But Cleopatra most definitely was not a black queen. Don't lie to people. There we go. I shall round off and come up. Of course, personally, I'm looking forward to all the future Netflix shows with Mark Wahlberg as Muhammad Ali, with Robert Downey Jr. playing Barack Obama, and of course the big one, the one I'm really looking forward to, is Martin Sheen as Malcolm X. I think these films will be superb, because obviously now that it's acceptable to race swap historical characters, there's no reason why anybody can't play anybody else. And certainly it'll be interesting to see when you get a disabled person playing someone, say, athletic. So we could have someone in a wheelchair who's going to play, let's say, Mark Spitz in the Mark Spitz story, things like that. Because there's nothing stopping them. They might be disabled, but the character they're playing isn't, and so they should be able to run. It's part of the role, that kind of thing. Oh, that seems to be the mentality behind these people. It's stupid beyond belief, isn't it? Let's face it, it is madness. When you go upsetting a lot of people culturally with heritage problems, with issues of, let's just say, deeply defined religious belief, that sort of thing, only a moron would do it. But the trouble is, the entertainment industry is filled with morons. The people down at the bottom actually doing the work aren't the morons. They're the ones that are educated and talented. It's the ones at the top making these decisions that are the morons. We see it increasingly in everything we look at. It's only going to get worse. But I will keep an eye on this story, and I do hope Netflix lose this case. It would send a message, not to Netflix, because they're going to be finished soon anyway, but it would send a message to everyone out there in entertainment land that you don't screw things around like this just for box ticking exercises. And that thing that Jada Pinkett Smith says, "Oh, I've got to have a black princess because we don't see them and therefore I can't relate to them." Well, you're not a princess. How the hell can you relate to a princess regardless of colour anyway, number one? And secondly, you watch films about talking toys and yet you relate to them. Are you a small piece of plastic? Stupid woman. Anyway, I shall round off there. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see in here on the channel, please hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, leave a like, leave a comment, please share the video, and always leave a like because that helps. And until next time, stay safe, stay well, don't listen to these morons, just you know the truth, and goodbye.